Well, the clock has struck 4 p.m. PT, and it is time for the WrestleMania press conference. Thanks so much for joining me live. WrestleMania 40 press conference. So much going to go down here today with the fireworks between The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns. You know where I stand if you've been following me on social media at The Rocha Says. I am the Outlaw John Rocha. Thanks so much for joining me live. We're going to watch this press conference. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to comment on all of it. We're going to have fun talking about it. Streamlabs Super Chats are open, so send in your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along. Here we go. Lincoln Financial Field. I know a lot of friends of mine are big fans of the Eagles. They know that place there. And this is set for an hour. I don't know if it's going to be an hour, but it's set for an hour. So we'll see if they stick to that hour time frame. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, so many people, CM Punk, Big E are going to be a part of the kickoff here. Vegas. Yeah, I was just there for a couple of functions over the last couple of years here. Really enjoy that city. It's a crazy city. I don't like to stay too long, but I certainly enjoy Vegas and what it can offer here in my world. All right, we have 50 of you watching me live right off the bat. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it madly. Let's see here. Do I have the strong style still stuff? Okay, there we go. All right, let me put this in the chat, and then we'll be good to go there. If anybody wants to send in Streamlabs and Super Chats as we go along for their thoughts on what we're going to see here today. I've also got myself a nice liter of Pepsi to join with you guys. There's Paul E. Heyman getting off the private jet with Roman Reigns here from last night. Universal Champion Roman Reigns repping his 49ers, who, by the way, if you don't know if you watched that TikTok video, he definitely predicted they would get in the Super Bowl. So he is the chosen one. There's The Rock, the subject of much controversy, The Rock, leaning into it today, talking about hashtag Cody Crybabies, which is, of course, is funny considering The Rock has in his contract that he can't be beaten up and can't lose a fight on screen. So, but yes, of course, Cody Crybabies, chicken nuggets and all that. But he said at that in that section, or when he left the plane there before he got in the car, he left a quote saying, "Hey, I'm going to play that long game." So here we go. Here's a promo for WrestleMania. Oh, wow. I remember those boom boxes. Yeah, it's been 25 years since they've been in Philly for a WrestleMania. I remember WrestleMania 1. I watched that at a friend's house as a young kid. He was the one that ordered it. I was able to go over there and watch it. Oh, yeah. Iconic Edge with Jeff Hardy there, taking him off the road. Yeah, that moment there between Cena and The Rock. Remember, they did a 1-2 at WrestleMania. Hogan and Andre. Don't forget Hogan and The Rock, WrestleMania 18. That was incredible. Yes, of course, Becky. The triple threat that ended WrestleMania. Kind of a clumsy finish, but still, it was awesome to see a triple threat women's match headline at WrestleMania. Triple H the game. Kofi with the incredible victory that they, of course, took away from him in like 40 seconds against Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Shawn retiring Flair. Iconic. And, of course, the king of WrestleMania, in my opinion, Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. You know, incredible wrestler. Still in the top 5 of merchandise sales for all these years after he retired from wrestling. So, incredible. And yes, the yes moment, the yes movement. Yeah, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, there. And of course, Bianca and Sasha Banks, who a lot of people think or are reporting that Mercedes Moné is going to debut at AEW. We shall see. What do we got? Oh, Rhea. Logan. Yeah. The bloodlust Seth. If Seth's going to be healed in time, remember Seth still. Oh, yeah, LA Knight. Remember him? Yeah, Bailey taking on Io Sky. Great segment on SmackDown the other night. Looks like it's going to be Gunther versus Jay. Goosebumps, guy. Goosebumps, yeah. But he doesn't care what you think, but he's got goosebumps. Ooh. Yeah, good stuff here. Thank you to the 68 of you who are 70 of you who are joining me live right now as we watch this WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference. Never looked forward to a press conference more in the world of wrestling than I have today. So we're going to see. Oh, of course, sponsored by Pizza Hut, as it should be. Here we go. Yeah, right up there at the T-Mobile Arena. A little bit of an echo there, Cole. There you go. Come on, look at all these people. Press credentials, press pass, tickets. Tickets, I think, were like $500, and you get a picture with Triple H You get to be with Cody Rhodes in the after event, after party, whatever. So, oh, McAfee, yawn. I am not a McAfee guy. Any of you tuning in and you've never seen me before, I am not a McAfee guy. He's not my cup of tea, this dude. So, who is the dude behind him with all the belts? My guy. That looks like a chicken nugget Cody Crybaby to me. Look at this guy. What all those belts? These guys must have won some sort of giveaway to be fans standing behind these guys. Great to see Big E back with that injury. And CM Punk. Hell yeah. Great stuff there. Hollywood Rules says, just any love, bro. You've been my guy since the Collider days. Love your passion and candor. Enjoy all your content. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Hollywood Rules. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Hollywood Rules could be Hollywood Rock tonight. We shall see. People forget that didn't go over as well as people think back when it happened. So maybe there's a sequel to that film that'll be better than the original. We shall see as we go along here today. Yeah, CM Punk, so great to see him. Big E, so great to see Big E. I'm gonna turn my subtitles on so I can see what they're saying. CM Punk, look at already in the brace there, of course, recovering from that tricep tear. It's a shame, man. CM Punk, people love him. Look at my guy behind him. Give him love. Look at that place, sold out. Hey, yeah, AJ. Mentioning AJ Lee on the program. Interesting. The coal miners. Oh my God. Wow, what a reference. Yeah, Big E coming back. Hopefully you're back soon, brother, man. I'm getting injured by, I don't know, man. A wrestler who was way less in notoriety and popularity. It's a shame. But that's the game in the world of professional wrestling. You just never know. Yeah, I'm heartbroken too, bro. Yeah. Yeah, which was all orchestrated and all staged, all this news to get people excited to watch the press conference today. Yeah, listen to the boos. No, there are some Rocky chants. There you go. You got boos with Rocky chants. Is he on the Mount Rushmore? Would you put The Rock, who only wrestled for a whopping 6 years, would you put him on the Mount Rushmore? I don't know if you'd put him on 4 top guys ever in the history of pro wrestling. You're gonna put a guy on that only wrestled for 6 years for the WWE? I don't know. Look at this guy trying to make himself part of the desk. What big picture? What big picture was The Rock talking about? And yeah. Oh, now they're going to lean into it. Yeah. Tell him, Cody. All right. Sorry, CM Punk. Tell him, Punk. Hmm. We're already here. For sure. Rob McDonald saying CM Punk is wearing his own bionic elbow tonight. That's for sure. Nice Dusty Rhodes reference there, brother man. Appreciate it. Mr. Penguin saying, I prefer Ronaldo, of course, than I do Pat McAfee as an announcer for WWE. Moralo was the perfect over the top. I feel like Pat tries too hard. I agree with you. Pat does try too hard. It is annoying, phenomenally annoying, which is why I don't buy him in what he does at all. Yeah, because he's a black wrestler. It does take a long time for a black wrestler to get to the top of the mountain. The WWE, we know this. Yeah, that's a AEW reference there. I know Brody Lee was in WWE before AEW, but still. Well, it is a meritocracy in a way, for sure. Like, you don't get to headline unless you earn it. So, yeah. This feels super awkward. What do you guys think? Is that they're trying to lean into the negativity? They're trying to kind of manipulate it for their own points of views. Yeah, 2K24. Got to get on that. Going to be playing that on Twitch for sure. I saw that Muhammad Ali is going to be part of 2K24, so that's pretty cool as well. So I'll pre-order it, I suppose. Although I want to get the disc. I don't like to have the digital one. So Jackie Redmond. I don't know Jackie Redmond. You guys know Jackie Redmond? They've been letting people go left and right. I don't know. Is Jackie a new one or has she been around a while? Well, I bet he is. Interesting. Well, Byron Saxton. Let's go. So we're just going to have these little moments that are going to lead us to the road. They're probably going to save it till the last part of the press conference here. What do you guys think of the bloodline right now? I know Paul is going to do his thing, but what do you guys think of the Paul Heyman rather going to do his thing? What do you guys think of the bloodline? I feel like the Judgment Day has gone past the bloodline. I think the bloodline's apex was last year at WrestleMania, and the fact that it never happened. When Cody beat Roman, I think the bloodline has slowly dissipated month by month, week by week on the shows as they've moved Jay over to SmackDown, I think it is, or Raw, and then having Jimmy on a separate side of the promotion and all of that. It just seems that he's on Raw. Jay's on Raw. That's right, and everyone else is Jimmy and Uso, or Jimmy and Solo are on with Roman are on SmackDown. So yeah, it hasn't been as strong. The Judgment Day in that vacuum has come in and really elevated itself, and our Truth has come in. He's been fantastic. Our Truth. Some of the funniest vignettes. I know Sami Zayn did a great job. R-Truth has gone next level with this stuff. He's just incredible. Yeah, yeah. Bloodline story is weaker. I agree with you guys. Absolutely. I guess that's something that holds on to someone's mood. Heyman's the best, y'all. Oh, oh my god, he's so terrible. I don't know what you guys see in him. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Well, of course you want The Rock. He's less of a challenge. He's older. He's only parachuted in and wrestled every once in a while. He tore pecs against Cena. He's a more wounded guy, so it's an easier victory than a guy in his prime like Cody, who has fought through a torn pec against Seth Rollins, showing you that he can do it even with all the injuries. So, yeah, if I was Roman, I'd want The Rock too, who is like what 12 years older than him. 13. The Rock is 3 years older now than Hogan was when he wrestled The Rock in WrestleMania 18. Now, of course, Roman is 8 years older than The Rock was in WrestleMania 18, but still, it's kind of crazy to think about. The Rock is 51. Hogan was 48 and was struggling against The Rock. So, I mean, what are we going to see from a guy who's not in ring shape? I'm very curious with this matchup, what they're thinking. I did see The Rock on McAfee today. Of course, had to watch it. As I said, him calling other people crybabies when he has it in his contract that he can't be beat up on screen, he can't lose a fight. He can't look weak on screen. Hey, who was the crybabies here? Huh? It seems to be pick and choose, so to speak. So, oh, there he is. Time to play the game. It wouldn't be WrestleMania without Triple H. Just like it's not the spectacular without the Outlaw, it's not WrestleMania without Triple H. It's for sure. That guy is making the wide open collar thing work. He really is. Not a lot of people can pull that look off with that oversized collar. Well, man can do it. He's in fantastic shape. Physically, of course, the heart issues and whatever, but he looks in great shape. And of course, he's not sitting at the desk. My man has his own fucking entrance. My man has his own approach. And we'll see how long he stays in the WWE. I see a lot of people reporting, that once this WrestleMania is done, slowly but surely, they're going to start weeding out all the Vince guys and all the Vince people. And I wonder if maybe Triple H, as Vince's son-in-law, if there's evidence to be found of him knowing about all this stuff going on, and John Laurinaitis is starting to sing like a canary, you wonder if maybe Triple H may be next on the chopping block down the road, which would be a shame because he's done such a great job. But, if you covered it up, if you knew about it, I got no sympathy for you. These kids don't remember. There you go. They remember Piper. They don't remember Warndorf. There you go. Some booze for Hogan. That's Philly, baby. Yes, he was. Liberace. Yeah, right. So I guess. Yeah, Sean, you're right. Lesnar is clearly taking the brunt of the scandal. I wonder if that's on purpose. Like they've promised Lesnar some money behind the scenes or some sort of sweet package so that he takes all the hits. And maybe Lesnar doesn't care because Lesnar's not trying to be an actor. He's not trying to make movies. He's not trying to host shows like Stone Cold or The Rock or Batista. He likes to be on his own. He's an introvert, wants to be out on his ranch. I just wonder how this affects his marriage. If this is more of this stuff starts coming out, you wonder how this is going to affect his marriage. For God's sake, so Kevin says someone from ECW needs to show up. I agree. The whole ECW, the old school ECW, needs to show up for God's sakes. This is just a history lesson, just walking you down memory lane here. I'm imagining most of you guys watching me right now know all this stuff. So he's just he's trying to whip up the crowd, get them excited. Say yourself. Triple H. DX. Exactly what he said. Those people all catapulted, right? I saw other people going, Roman Reigns on social media. Roman Reigns carry the WWE on his back. Get the fuck out of here, man. There have been so many great wrestlers over the last few years. There's no way one man has been carrying the WWE on his back. Becky Lynch, fucking Charlotte Flair, Bianca, Bailey with damage control, the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley. Please, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, they've been playing Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn carried the bloodline on his back for a year. So don't even start that nonsense, man. There it is. Eh, love trips, but it was kind of, what you guys think? It was kind of was that as hype as you want it to be? Did it hype you guys up at all? Love it. Oh boy. Is it Cody? Oh, Bianca. Nice. The EST. Is anybody watching the reality show with her? And is it Montez? Let me know what you guys think of it. I've seen some clips that look pretty interesting. Um, so maybe there's a chance to watch this. I love Bianca. She's a great wrestler. Not the best on the mic, not the best in the vignettes, but certainly performs in the ring. She's fantastic in the ring. I mean, remember, I mean, like people felt when she was coming out of NXT that she had kind of lost her push, lost her luster, lost her hype, and she brought it back again in the main roster and worked her way back to the position that she's in now as one of the big faces of the WWE. And again, pushing back on that ridiculous assertion that fucking Roman carried the WWE over the last few years. It's kind of a dweeb, man. It's like when I watch some of the people try to do promos in the Schmodown. I was like, you guys don't have it. You have to have that in you. It's got to come out of your natural essence. Oh, here she comes. The EST. Oh, I like it. Got the shorts action. Respect. Very similar in ways to Sasha, right? In the way she comes out and the whole look and everything like that. It's interesting. And of course, we hear Sasha might be going to AEW, which is such a shame. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. I'd rather her go back to WWE, but sadly, Bibiani with the best Schmodown. Interesting. Certainly the most inventive. That's for sure. Can't deny that with Bibs. Montez full right. I keep saying sweat. I don't know why I keep saying sweat. Just that's because of fucking my Commanders. That's why. Even though now he's with Chicago. Yeah, then I don't know if they're going to bring out Bailey. I know a lot of you've been complaining there's no Bailey, but they showed the pictures of people who are going to be here, and she was not on the list. So what if they had to memorize all this stuff because they want to make sure they hit the points, or if maybe there's a big old teleprompter that they're reading. I don't know. Yeah, well, we can say her name. That's good. Yeah, it only took 37 WrestleManias. Yeah, well, I don't know what tore the house down. It was a good match, but it wasn't great. Huh. Huh. Yeah, is she gonna get an elimination chamber? Is she gonna beat? Is she gonna win? 'Cause I know Liv the other night said she wants revenge on Rhea, which is comical, but yeah, we'll see if it's Rhea. I would love to see that it's Bianca and Rhea. Of course, I think that's what we want, and then eventually Cargill and Bianca down the road. So yeah, great to see her. So not there's no electricity here. There's no confrontations, no pop. I guess we're just waiting until the end. I was hoping for more so far. We're 30 minutes in, and I haven't popped once, except for Punk, maybe just for a few seconds. Oh boy. Oh boy. Playing to the audience. Come on. Come on. Come on. Becky versus Rhea, but it's not gonna be, is it? Becky versus Rhea. Becky won't get there, I don't think. I think it's gonna be Bianca. Oh, here she comes. I mean, how incredible. Two of the NXT ladies, right, back to back, who've come into the main roster and absolutely staked a claim to everything. Rhea's been incredible. She has grown as a personality, as a wrestler. I see she's the one that is the total package. Like in the ring, vignettes, acting, promos, making it all work on social media as well. She is the total package and doesn't hurt people. She's wrestles them rough as hell, but isn't irresponsible like a certain Nia Jax. And you got to appreciate that and love that, man. Is she going to come out just do a whole promo as well? Man, we need something more out of this. Yeah, I agree. SJC 360. Poor Ripley had the belt for a year. Can't name one good defense she had. She deserves better. Oh, I agree. 100% thinks she deserves better. 100% think she deserves better. All right, here comes Rhea. Let me turn this down in case I get into any kind of trouble. I don't want to get into any kind of trouble with this shit. You never know. There it is. Interesting. Much more subtle makeup in the approach this time. Dare I say a glamazon? Dare I say it? Dare I say a glamazon? I know we got that with Beth Phoenix, but this looks like it's close. So I guess it's all just introducing them, and they're all going to do these little promos. Man, this is not what you wanted to see from a president. Maybe I'm off, guys. Do you all think that this is going well? Are you excited by what's happening? I'm kind of bleh about this one so far. There you go, the mommy chance. Yeah, this has kind of been a bit of a wet fart so far. I'm again, am I off? Are you guys enjoying this? This is just kind of them walking up and delivering this. I mean, it'd be different. Like you've seen the dais, right? The dais when you've got the boxers or the UFC people, the MMA people going back and forth at each other. That would have been fun to see. This whole like everyone gets 5 minutes to talk about how great they are, 5, 8 minutes to talk about how great they are. It's kind of oh, Naya and Rhea is going to be so boring of a match. I am going to do a live watch on Elimination Chamber. Of course, I'm going to do a live watch on Elimination Chamber. Oh, here, finally. Oh, so is it going to be Becky versus Rhea? Or are they teasing us? What's this all about? Is it not going to be Bianca? Interesting. Are they trying to make Becky happen again? I mean, look, no offense, man, but Becky is so skinny now. I just don't buy her being able to give any kind of weight to any of the hits that she delivers to Rhea. It's just kind of not believable, other than, of course, storyline wise. Oh, are they singing Seth's song for her? Interesting. Where are you guys on Becky right now? Still in, kind of out? Is she living on the fumes of past stuff? Like, what are your feelings on Becky right now and her status in WWE? Is she kind of a forgotten great person? I mean, we've had Rhea, we've had Bianca, Io, now Bailey. Sorry, I got Christian texting her now. Ooh, you got what I need. Does matter. Heyo, sex reference. Sex reference. Ooh, Mania in Vegas, huh? Interesting. Okay. I'd be down with that. So are they setting this up? What do you guys think? Are they setting this up? I mean, the shot here from a below, are they teasing us? Are they essentially saying if you watch Elimination Chamber, Becky's going to win it? So, like, is this a mistake? Because why would she be challenging her? Because whoever wins the Elimination Chamber, don't they get a shot at Rhea's belt? So, is this essentially saying that Becky's going to win Elimination Chamber? It seems a bit of a confounding decision. I get you want to get people hyped up and all of that, but still, do we think Adam's going to be hold either of these two back if they really wanted to go at it? So Hogan winning the title confirmed. Absolutely, absolutely, Hogan. One more match. One more match. Yeah. Yeah. So Becky is first already. So we don't know who the other 5 are. It's gonna be Liv. It's probably gonna be Bianca, maybe Asuka. I don't know. Oh yeah, Mishin will absolutely beat Bianca, right? There's Seth. It's funny that they rent out this entire arena just for a press conference. Kind of funny, quote unquote press conference. Still to come, these 4 guys. There you go. Seth frickin' Rollins. All right, see, do I have any Streamlabs, any more Streamlabs super chats that have come through now that we're taking a little bit of break? No, I've answered them all. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all sending them in. 100 of you watching right now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I do occasionally wrestling content here on the channel. Strong Style Show is got the logo and the music and all of that. So please make sure you hit a like on this video and subscribe to the channel while we're in this commercial break. And let me know what you think of the first half an hour so far. Has it been fun or has it been kind of me? Let me know in the comment section or in the live chat here what your thoughts on it. I'm kind of like, it's fine. But I was expecting a lot more from what was promised here. So I'm a little disappointed from what we got so far. Absolutely. Oh, Naomi. Yes, Naomi. Good call. Naomi will probably be in the Elimination Chamber for the women. Yes, absolutely. I can see that happening for sure. Let's see. I'd rather eat soggy cardboard than that Pizza Hut pie. Yo, what's up with that, Shane? Come on. Pizza Hut's fucking great. It's Domino's that you shouldn't eat. Ooh, Domino's is like after half an hour, it's a fucking frisbee. Come on now. No one should be eating that. Pizza Hut's great. But I'm lucky here in San Diego. We got a number of great pizza places around here that I've enjoyed and had a fun time eating at. Maybe I'll get me a pizza tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Sean, I agree with you. Sean saying the first half an hour has been a hard meh. I agree. For all this hype, for all this explosion, all this stuff, people are, oh, let's see, let's see, let's see. This has been a little bit boring. So I don't know why we don't have like these great pops, these great spots. This has been somewhat boring overall. Papa John's is better than both. Papa John's got sugar in the crust, bruh. I don't know if that's it's a, it's like putting I don't know. Well, I don't want to say what it is, but yeah, you put sugar on the crust, yo. 2K24 looks amazing. Yeah, I know. I got to get the pre-order on that for sure. Yeah, Jay says there goes that Domino. I would not promote Domino's on my channel. I wouldn't do it. No offense. I don't need the pizza that bad for God's sakes. They did it in WrestleMania kickoff. Sorry, but it is WrestleMania kickoff press conference. It's essentially the WrestleMania kickoff press conference. So let's see. Yeah, well, the hype has been, yeah, sure. The hype can be Cody Rock. I'm bringing up Jose's comment. The hype can be Cody Rock for sure, but it doesn't mean you can't have hype and moments happening leading up to Cody Rock so that people get excited and are in a place of like, antsy excitement for what's to come. But maybe it was in the contract that no one can outshine The Rock. Maybe it was in his contract there. So we will see. We will see. Where are we back here? Okay. All right. We got 20 minutes. Apparently, we've got 20 minutes left in this press conference. I wonder if that's true. Should be Seth, right? There he is. Now maybe him and Punk will have an exchange. What did you guys think about Roman's promo? A lot of people were kind of bashing the fact that he went after Seth's belt and made it seem like it was a lesser than belt. What did you guys think? Do you think it was bullshit? Do you think it was fair game? Do you think it was earned? What are your thoughts on this? What did you think about how did he? I mean, did he essentially destroy the belt? We've seen promos destroy wrestlers. Did he, in a way, destroy the belt by saying it's just for all these people who came in second place to me and couldn't beat me? They created a belt for the second place people. There was validity to his points. I thought because I hated that they just created that belt. And look, I get it; all belts are created out of thin air, but that's a belt has to have legacy. So. Ugh. I think this is what bothers me when I see these overproduced things, man, because there's no personality that gets allowed to shine through. There's no, well, I mean, obviously Seth, but like the impromptu, the improvise, the electric back and forth, the non-scripted exchanges. Those are the things I like. I live off that shit. Like I don't even want a script when I host something. I want to be able to just play within the margins and play within the lines and occasionally go jag it outside of the lines to have fun with it. And I don't always, I don't like shit to be written out and whatever. Like all my promos I did, I never schmoed out, and not all of them were great. That's fair. Not all of them were good. But like I just had thoughts as I was walking up to the stage or walking out onto the thing, or they were turning on the camera, giving me a mic. And so, all that stuff is just, I didn't plan it out the night before. I didn't think about it or write it. None of that. It's all just coming to me in the spur of the moment with a microphone. Of course, some of those took multiple takes, but I just like playing like that much more than I do this kind of staged choreographed stuff. That's kind of what I love about the press conferences with the boxers and the MMA people, because you never fucking know what's going to pop off. But they have a brand to protect here with WWE, and they want to make sure that things go the way they want it to go, so that it lands the way they think it should be landed in choreographed ways. But it removes the spontaneity, removes the electricity of something unexpected happening. I think that was great about the response to Rock taking Cody's place. That was electric. People's responses were electric, were honest, were real, coming at The Rock, coming at WWE. I thought it was fucking great. The kind of grassroots reaction. Yeah, yeah, you are that. So yeah, so this will just be yet another 5 minute how great, 5 to 8 minute how great am I type of segment. Oof. Ranger Donald says, so how long do we think The Rock will go for here tonight? Probably as long as he goes in the match with Roman. 5 minutes, maybe? I don't know. Oh, surprise at the end of the road. Oh, here we go. Finally, a little electricity. What do we got? Who's coming out? Oh, oh, they have Seth introducing Cody. So Cody's going to make the challenge to Seth. Oh man, if they do this, oh no, here comes Roman. Oh, is it really him? That is interesting. Now, finally, something exciting. 40 minutes. What do we got? 44 minutes into this thing. Finally, something unexpected and exciting. Fucking yes. Let's go. Is it really him though? Or is it? Oh, there it is. Las Vegas, acknowledge me. The old Shield. Who knew that these guys would become as great as they've become separately in different ways, man? I know Seth's wearing the boots, but still, it's kind of cool to see them being somewhat in the same. Oh, so what does this mean? Does Cody come out now here and challenge both? Like he decides? Like I'm so confused. Cody steps aside so that The Rock could take care of Roman. Now what happens here? Having Roman coming out. Yeah, that's great. Fucking Seth. So perfect. Yeah. Dude, I love Roman. Not gonna deny it. Took me a while to come around, but man, I have come around hardcore for this man. Oh, there it is. No one owns him. Seth, if you're gonna take the shot, if you're gonna give the shot, you gotta take the shot. Come on now. Oh, boy, the Rocky stands are trying. They're trying real hard. There it is. Wow. Yeah, it's a truth. Face or heel, that is the truth. Oh, interesting. Roman's gonna choose, huh? Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. Oh, look how many people are sitting, not standing. Interesting. Okay, now they're standing. They're starting to get up now. Oh boy, how are they gonna save this now? Is he heel rock? Is he Hollywood rock? Is he face rock? Is he Rocky Maivia? Is he Dwayne Johnson? What are we gonna get? Boy, he is milking the name. That's the rock. Gotta milk that attention. Take it in. Take it in, son. I wonder if I should go for the bald look. I've been thinking about this lately, just shaving it all off and trying it out for a while. I know I've got a good head of hair. Maybe that'd be insulting to people who can't grow hair or lose hair because they get older or whatever. I don't know how I'd look bald. I mean, I've seen pictures of me bald. Like some people did some Lex Luthor fan art of me, which I thought was really great. But I like the look on him. It's fucking fantastic. Look, don't get it twisted. Just because I don't like the situation, it doesn't mean I don't like The Rock. I love The Rock. I worship The Rock. I got 6 rock wrestling T-shirts. I've interviewed him twice. I've seen all of his movies in the theaters. But this is not. This was such a bad decision. So, and it's not a work. It's not some long game. Finally. Oh, listen to the booze. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Listen to those boos. I love it. Oh my god. How long is he gonna go till he talks? 20 minutes? 30 minutes. It's only an hour long podcast or a press conference. Milk it, man. Milk it. Listen to that. Uh-oh. Yeah, because you're 51 years old and he's 38 and you haven't wrestled in forever. Listen to the man. I mean, okay, you asked for it. What's lined up here for Cody, man? It's very interesting. All these guys are taking center stage right now. We want Cody. Listen to that. Listen to the We Want Cody chants. This is great. This is a great. We want Cody. Rocky sucks. Wow. How are you going to save this one, brother? We want Vince. Oh, you're still trying to sell this thing, huh? Listen to the booze, dude. You're done. You're done. That's what they say. I love the passion. They all say that when they're getting booed. I love the passion. Cena did the same thing. Is he gonna start? Is he gonna start? Is he gonna go? Have there been plants put in the? Is he gonna go heel in reaction to these things? Is he gonna blame the WWE universe for not embracing him? So he's gonna go heel. Ooh, that was kind of weak. Oh, there he goes, leaning into it. Oh, this is bad, man. I don't know about you all, but this is bad. This is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. This is a bad look for him. He's coming off like a whiny bitch. That's not what you want from The Rock. This is not him turning heel this way is so mm, bruh. What chance? Play into the one chance. Oh, there it is. He's putting up a promo now? Oh, the bloodline. Look at Seth. Seth, what is Seth doing out there? Seth is just a prop. It's hilarious to me. He's just like standing around. I got to say 1 minute of stuff. I know we a tribe, man. I know we a bloodline. Is this what people are going to remember? Oh, there he goes. So what? So why'd you challenge him? Why did you want Cody's spot? Oof. No, don't tell him not to boo. No, man. Is Cody coming out at all? This is so bad. Oof. This is, oh man, this is terrible. Oh, they said this was going to be like a massive thing that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Oh, oh, this is bad. How can it be the people's champion getting booed? Oh, oh boy, this is bad. If you think Andre versus Hogan wasn't bigger than this, you're insane. Oh, what is Seth doing, man? There it is. Is Cody coming? Oh. Oh, this is how they decided that they're gonna be hugging each other. Now Cody's gonna come out and say he wants his chance back. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, oh, oh. So is this how they're gonna set up The Rock helping Roman win? Fuck, this is bad, dude. Oh. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? He said at SmackDown that he's gonna step aside and let someone come in who he knows who's familiar with to take this on. And now this is so embarrassing, man. This is bad. What? Why is Triple H coming out? Are they all gonna beat him up? Oof. Oh man, this is bad. Oof. Oh, now it's too far. Now it's too far. Oh, why is oh Cody finally? Wow. There's finally some popcorn. Find some electricity. Oh, now The Rock's gonna get involved. Of course. Can't have him not get involved. Gotta have that ego stroke. Oh man. So what was the conversation? Yeah, this is bad. Do the what chance, guys. Come on. Smoke it. Oh God. Oh, this is so bad. They're manufacturing drama. Oh my God. Are you don't even tell me you're gonna turn it into a tag match for fuck's sake. Seth and Cody versus Rock and Roman. Ooh. Oh my God. What is this, man? This is terrible. They were gonna face each other, they were gonna fight each other, and now they're gonna be like what, going at each other now, the 2 versus 2? I mean, what is this nonsense? Oh, this is terrible. This is horrible. Oh, guys, am I wrong on this? I mean, like, tell me, I mean, this is terrible. This is terrible. Fatal 4-way? Where? Show me the bombshell. This is so terrible. Yeah. There it is. Tell him, CM. Get him hyped up, CM. This is so bad for The Rock. Oh my god, don't say tag. People would go crazy if you made it a tag. People make it crazy. I guess it'll have to be something elimination chamber, right? Maybe a fatal 4-way. or a tag team, I guess, at the Elimination Chamber. Has anything been booked? What's a muff? Oh, is it? Boy, they don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. Oof. All these people who were defending The Rock, all these people who were just like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know." Now what are they gonna do? All these people on social media, they're gonna try to spin this and twist this. O'Shea Jackson Jr. gonna come to the defense of The Rock. Nonsense. Absolute fucking nonsense. This was terrible. This was horribly planned, horribly scripted, horribly carried out, horribly acted. We saw all the beats coming a mile away, and they hyped it up and hyped it up. People are going to remember this press conference for years from now, 40 years from now. People going to talk about this press conference. Yeah, they will, but not the way you thought they were going to talk about it. And that's in a terrible manner, And Cody did his best. Poor Cody, man, caught up in the politics of people's egos. You can't deny how obvious it is now watching this. They had no idea how to pivot, no idea how to make the changes, no idea what to do. They left poor Seth out there as a fucking prop for about 20 minutes of this fucking press conference out there. It was ridiculous. Then he got to jump in at the end there and challenge Cody. It was so ham-handed. They got all these writers sitting there at the WWE, and they can't figure out how to make this thing work when they fuck up bringing The Rock. All you people who said it was a work or the long game or it's all, you all look like idiots now. You look like morons for thinking this was an actual work. Nothing about this was a work. Nothing about this was planned. They totally expected The Rock to come out and have a massive reaction from the WWE fans, which he did in the arena. But the social media people and the fans, they have responded in such a powerful way. And for all of them to stand up there and say they don't care what the fans think, they're going to do whatever they want to do. They say all that nonsense, but they care. They do care clearly, as you saw them trying to pivot. And now, I guess, in some ham-handed, clumsy, awkward way, it is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns now at WrestleMania. The Rock will probably be a guest referee who will cheat and try to help Cody. And it'll be Cody having to fight off the entire bloodline, probably including Jay and Rikishi, maybe, in order to win the belt. So they're going to claim this was the plan all along. But you watched Dwayne Johnson in this press conference. That guy was completely out of sorts. That people booed him complete in the middle of his catchphrases, booed him in the middle of the stuff that always worked for him. It didn't work for him. When the fans turn on you like that, they don't give a fuck about you, man. And it doesn't matter how much legacy or how many years you've won, how many titles you've won, how many t-shirts you've sold, how many catchphrases you've said. It does not matter, man. That's what you got. That's what makes professional wrestling so unique in the world of sports and sports entertainment. Combine them all together because the fans speak. Nowhere else can the fans influence an owner necessarily to promote, to get a player or a coach to play someone. Nowhere else can you see that in the day-to-day operations like you can in the WWE, in pro wrestling. Fans speak loudly. Exactly what happened with Daniel Bryan getting a shot at WrestleMania. It's exactly what happened here. The fans spoke so loud that Cody was put back into the main event versus Roman. Now we don't know where Rock and Roman stand. They were supposed to have this massive match. Is that not happening now? It's left completely ambiguous. And so it's nonsense on so many levels. Maybe they'll do what they said what they're going to do, which is Rock versus Roman, but on night one, and then Roman takes on Cody on night two, which sucks because if Cody beats Roman on night two, he'll have done it with Roman having wrestled two matches. So Roman has excuses to say why he lost and what have you. So it's just terrible across the board, man. And this was such a ham-handed. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, now we're gonna do this. But now, see, now The Rock took over for Roman. Yeah, yeah. Watch the punter over there getting really upset. Right after Black Adam and right after Baywatch, that's the last time you saw The Rock like that. He hates to be questioned. He hates to fail, and I appreciate that, man, but, this was ugh. Look at them trying to save it. This is bad. Like, this is not a work. This is terrible, y'all. Terrible. And I guess the thing at the end there is trying to make it a work with him walking in and talking to Triple H, but this was bad. This is bad, dude. I mean, guys, is anyone thinking that this worked? Is anyone thinking that this made any sense or worked out? Cody was on stage for what? 2 minutes tops. That's what you do with your top baby face. You bring him out there and you don't even let him talk about his credentials or the things he's accomplished or how he's earned his way back to this shot after last year. And for 2 years, he's given all his blood, sweat, and tears to the WWE to put himself in a position to fight for the title. I can't believe I'm defending Cody Rhodes. I can't tell you how much I hated Cody Rhodes last year because I thought they were handing him everything. He hadn't earned it. But after he took the loss against Roman and the way he handled himself in these shitty programs, Lesnar and other things, he was a fucking professional. I love the business because I love the professionals who understand the business and give themselves to the business. You know who I love the most in the Schmodown is the people who gave themselves to the fucking game, not people who questioned it, scoffed at it, made fun of it, were part-timers who parachuted in and parachuted out. No, the people who dedicate themselves to something, that's important to me. That's who I love when I watch the WWE or watch any of these wrestling promotions that go on. Is it done? Okay, it's over. So yeah, just kind of shocking on so many levels to see this nonsense happening. This was terrible, terribly scripted, terribly planned out. Everything fell apart. I don't know how they didn't factor in that the fans were going to respond. Maybe they thought in Vegas they'll be all like coked up, they'll be all, drinking liquor and drunk, and they'll be messing around with showgirls. They won't be focused. They'll be gambling. They won't be focused. They'll be easy fodder for us to manipulate. Well, clearly it wasn't. Clearly they weren't. They came with an opinion. They came with an agenda. They came to mess things up. And sure enough, they did. And so this all just so ham-handed and clumsy. Cody coming out and having to say negative things about The Rock and Roman's family. What a clumsy and awkward way to turn them. You know what? To turn Rock heel, and now we're going to bring up Rock versus Triple H as if we need that fucking rivalry all over again. So it's just a shame on so many levels, and it's pathetic to see. And again, I feel just terrible for Cody because Cody has earned his stripes for 2 years, man. 2 years. He has been fighting his ass off in the WWE. He was incredible when he came out, fought through the torn pec. He's given him of himself so much. And here he is having to be like a fucking fourth wheel in this nonsense, which is such a shame. And he promised, I'm going to make a decision, right? He put his Instagram story up there. And I saw Drew McIntyre responding to it. Drew McIntyre, who is essentially Fetch, and he's trying to make Fetch happen. Nobody cares. Like Drew, nobody fucking cares. CM Punk is the best thing that happened to you over the last year because you've been irrelevant in a lot of people's minds to everything since Clash at the Castle. And now you coming in and using CM Punk to get yourself some credibility. And now you're trying to go over and shade Cody, which is hilarious to me, man. You're yesterday's news and you're going to be yesterday's news for a long time. So this kind of stuff is just hilarious to watch in the WWE right now because clearly nobody in the back is understanding how to construct a story effectively in this kind of a situation. If you're going to pivot back to Cody, you're going to have to make The Rock make a decision. What they did, in essence, was not turn Rock heel. they made Rock have some legitimate reasons for why he was upset with Cody. Now, here's what may happen, which is what happened with DX with Mike Tyson. They may make The Rock the guest referee between Roman and Cody, and you think the whole time that The Rock is kind of on Roman's side and he's being nefarious, and then boom, at the end, The Rock is going to turn on Roman. So Cody will need The Rock's help to beat Roman. He won't beat him straight up. That's a possibility in all of this. Of course, Rock kept saying, I got to defend my family, got to defend my family. And all Cody said was that your grandfather would be ashamed of you because of the things you're doing. He didn't say The Rock. He said Roman. And with Rock kind of agreeing a little bit to hug Roman and all that, it just kind of got lost. So to me, this is just a shame. And, Dusty was a big hero of The Rock's, and the fact that The Rock was okay with Roman calling Dusty irrelevant, but he's upset when Cody says, The Rock's grandfather and Roman's grandfather would be ashamed of them is a hilarious nitpick to make in this kind of situation. So yeah, this was all scripted terribly, wasn't put together well. And at the end of the day, I don't know where you go with this. This damages WrestleMania 40. This already damages, and you can tell this is a company that is clearly suffering the consequences and the backlash for the Vince situation. They are on their heels, no matter what they say on social media, no matter what bullshit they put out on WWE on Fox, no matter what they say, they are absolutely reacting from a place of defense, not reacting from a place of offense. And when you're acting from a place of defense constantly, you're not going to win. And this is the kind of result that you get: a really clumsy, awkward, stupid, completely misjudged decision in putting this all out. And all the people who are out there, The Rock giving us a PowerPoint presentation. Exactly. I mean, what? Like, what? Yeah, I mean, CM Punk comes out looking like the true star out of all of this, and he wasn't even on that stage. So that tells you how terrible this is from top to bottom, man. Yeah, I mean, yes, the fans are behind Cody, but it's like, well, what happened? Because The Rock came back and you said you were ready to step aside. And then you see The Rock holding hands with Roman and hugging Roman. Then you're like, wait a minute, what's this all about? As if you didn't know, it's just all bad, man. It's just all bad. Yeah, it's crazy that all this happened before Punk. I love this. It's crazy that all of this happened because Punk hurt his arm. Somebody the other day tweeted out, this is all happening because Jungle Boy went after Punk. So we can blame Jungle Boy for all of this, that moron. So yeah, I mean, this is just insane. Yeah, this is going to damage them. I think this damages the brand. I think this damages this WrestleMania 40. And this absolutely damages Cody's ascension to defeat Roman. And I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, The Rock making himself the director, or being asked to be director at TKO Endeavor, in essence helping his daughter, in essence maybe throwing his weight around to make his daughter the GM, the youngest GM ever, and not that good. I watched a few scenes with her. She is not good, unfortunately. But that being said, the death threats should have never happened. Those are horrible things, and my heart goes out to her that she had to deactivate her Twitter. That's a shame. But you see The Rock throwing his weight around. So then you're like, well, wait, did Roman throw his weight around behind the scenes as well? People have been going after The Rock, but has Roman been throwing his weight around? Is Roman saying he doesn't want to lose to Cody? Is that what this is all about as well? Like in real life, I don't mean in the characters and all that stuff. I'm talking in real life. Is Roman saying he doesn't want to surrender the belt? Is TKO Endeavor saying we don't want to put the belt on Cody because we don't think that's a long-term smart strategy? I wonder what the behind the scenes stuff is that's actually going on, whose egos are really involved here, because Cody does not come off looking like his ego is involved here in any way, shape, or form, man. Cody is winning people over more and more the more he stays out of this nonsense of ego slamming into each other. And I think that's a strong credit to Cody, man, because this is I've now become a Cody fan from all of this because of how terribly they treated him and because of how horribly this has all gone down, man. So I don't know where this goes to. Controversy creates cash. No. Don't be stupid. Stupid controversy doesn't create cash. Great controversy creates cash. Authentic controversy creates cash. Ham-handed, clumsy, awkward controversy never creates cash. Do you know how many shitty fucking fighters, boxers or MMA fighters or UFC fighters try to create controversy by doing stupid shit, and people still don't care about their matches? People still don't care about watching them. Plenty of people do that shit, and it's terrible. It's worse when it's someone who used to be great at doing it, like The Rock, and you see him kind of reduced from an A-lister to a kind of a C or D-lister in the approach from what you watch today. And that's a shame, man. And look, as I said, I met The Rock. Is gracious guy, very nice guy. Cut a promo for me for the Schmodown. Those of you who remember when I was facing Riley and Merle, and he was fantastic to do so. Interviewed him on the Baywatch and Jumanji, and it was great. And got hundreds of thousands of views on the Jumanji interview, which was great. But like at the end of the day, I got to call it like I see it, and I've always been that, for better or worse. It's not about maintaining a relationship or maintaining contacts. It's about being honest. And to me, this is yet another arena where The Rock has misjudged his effect on things. And it is really showing that he is losing the avenues that he used to have in order to show what he can do. And I don't know what the option is here. Because, I mean, look at it. The Rock with Black Adam, it fell apart. And he still refuses to accept that people didn't like the movie. If you watched him on the Kevin Hart interview, he was like, it was, just kind of some things were going on behind the scenes that affected people going to see it, COVID and whatever. That's utter nonsense. People just didn't like the movie, and he wouldn't accept it. And he made up all those excuses after the movie came out. The accountants tell me we're making this much. People are wrong in the press. It's the critics are idiots. Meanwhile, he wants the critics to like his movie, but he says they're idiots to play to the fan base. Then Young Rock's been canceled. He had to merge the XFL. So look, he's fine. He's got millions of dollars. The tequila company sold, and he's great. He's making all this money. I love The Rock. He's working out. I have Project Rock shirts. I am a Rock guy, but I'm also an honest guy when I look at the situation. And the situation is that we're seeing a guy who's losing his cachet in a number of arenas that he used to dominate, that he used to be loved in, And so it's a shame because he's a good guy. He is a good guy, but that ego of his is strong. And, that's the thing that led him to the success that he is today, is that burning desire to achieve these things. But unfortunately, sometimes you got to eat a little humble pie to bring yourself back down to earth. And this isn't about tearing him down. The things that are happening are legitimately connected to what he's doing, connected to his ego. So you got to watch that as it goes along and see where it's going to lead him to. So I just feel bad for him, man. I 100% feel bad for him because I do love The Rock. I'm a big fan of The Rock, and it's just like this is not what he came back for. This kind of awkward, clumsy, terribly scripted, terribly carried out press conference. This is not what The Rock came back. This is so beneath The Rock. This is something you would see from like a bunch of mid-carders, man. This is not, or even lower carders than that. This is not fucking top-notch card stuff. Even Roman became a footnote once The Rock got involved to slap Cody. It was The Rock who slapped Cody, not Roman Reigns, which is, again, and when they're walking by Triple H, who's the one talking to Triple H? It isn't Roman Reigns, it's The Rock, right? So it's just like, man, what is going on here? He came back to elevate, and he's burying, Cena, for all the shit with Cena in the past. And I know there's Alex Riley stuff and all of that, but like Cena now is coming back. He's putting people over. He's losing to Austin Theory. He's losing to these younger guys, trying to give back to the business. But with The Rock, man, I don't know how you recover from this. I don't know how you put this back together. Maybe the best thing is for everybody to shut up, go back to the sidelines, sit this one out for a while, and let Cody take over. Let Cody deliver the promos. Let Cody get people back and excited for WrestleMania. Let Cody get involved in all of this, and leave The Rock on the sidelines, for God's sakes. This is not where Cody belongs, the mid card. AB 2150, you're a mid carder or a low carder in life, for God's sakes. How dare you say that? Cody has been a fucking fantastic champion for many, many years in numerous federations, and he did the work to come all the way back to WWE. Started a promotion that rivals the WWE, not in equality, obviously, but certainly one that a lot of people were shocked at how quickly it became what it became. Then came to the WWE and absolutely hit the ground running, and fans were in love with him. So please, he is not a mid-carder, for God's sakes. Benjamin Jenkins, there. Stop telling me to give it time. I'm not coming after you, Benjamin, in a personal way, but all you Rock fans, if you're a Rock, all you Rock fans are like, it's a work, it's the long game. Bullshit. You watch something like this, there's no long game here. There's no motherfucking mapped out. This is exactly how we wanted the fans to respond. Get the fuck out of here. They're going to say that nonsense. And certainly people like O'Shea Jackson Jr. are going to be defending The Rock and claiming this is all a fucking a staged or like a planned out thing. No, I've been watching pro wrestling since I was 10 fucking years old. I know when it's real. I know when it's authentic. I know when it works, and I fucking know when it doesn't. And being an actor as well, I know when it works and I know when it doesn't. And this is not what they anticipated. You saw Dwayne being like really affected by the people interrupting him, the boos, all of his millions and millions. He thought he was going to come out and deliver his catchphrases because in the arena the other night at SmackDown, everybody was excited for The Rock to show up, did his catchphrases, was all about him, until later when people realized on social media what it meant was that Cody was stepping aside. So the people that showed up in this arena were ready to go after The Rock, and seeing that reaction from people in the arena, I think legitimately unsettled him, legitimately messed him up. So it's crazy to me what we think is going to happen, man. All right, late to the party's in here. What's up, guys? I imagine that's Robert. I don't know if is that Robert and Vanessa. If it is, congratulations. Great to see you guys. Saw you guys at AEW there with my brother. So great to see the three of you hanging out there at AEW. It's going to be the first WrestleMania we've watched in years, and it's all due to the wrench being thrown into the works and our curiosity to see how WWE inevitably handles it come WrestleMania. Well, brother, if this is how they do it, this is not something I'm excited to see them unravel, because this was so awkward and clumsy and bad. And look, you all and I, we review movies. We know when storylines work, when storylines are convoluted and make no sense, when characters do things they shouldn't be doing, they make no sense, when they react in certain ways that make the overall plot make no sense. That's exactly what we saw here, man. So I don't know where this is. I tweeted out that this is as bad as any of the storylines in Black Adam, as convoluted. And this, I can't take it back. This is exactly what it feels like. So, yeah, it's crazy to me. And Benjamin, yeah, love you too, brother. Love you. Respect, brother. Respect. I appreciate it. Yes. Oh yeah, both of you all. Great to see you guys. I love you guys hanging out. I'm honored to have you guys here hanging out with me live. Robert and Vanessa, love you guys. If you don't subscribe to the Late to the Party YouTube channel, y'all need to subscribe to the Late to the Party YouTube channel. They do great reactions, great reviews, and they're wonderful energy in the space. And I love them both madly. So go and subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to my channel too, of course, if you're a first-time watcher. Look, we got 170 of you hanging out with me right now in my reactions. I feel like I've just been going straight talking for 30 minutes about all of this. It's just a shame, bro. And y'all, sorry. And I'm a passionate fan of pro wrestling, a passionate fan of the WWE. I hosted shows for 8 to 9 years, I think, 9 years almost, of shows in my first YouTube show. People don't know this. My first YouTube show ever was a show I hosted with my brother, Andre Gordon, who is now living in Miami. But when he lived in LA, we did a show called the Money in the Bank Show. And we would review Raw and SmackDown every week on the channel, on our show. And it was a lot of fun to do it with him. So I have pro wrestling in my blood since I was 10 years old. I love talking about it. I get mad when people make fun of it. I get mad when people try to put it down, because they're the ones who are also watching terrible Adam Sandler films and trying to tell me that's great art. So, this is the thing. It's all acting. It's all performance. Nothing is real. It's all premeditated, just like a movie is like a TV show. There's no difference. And I enjoy this kind of stuff. And it is a soap opera. And a lot of these dramas that people love are fucking soap operas. Breaking Bad, soap opera. Sopranos, soap opera. Succession, soap opera. So it's all connected. And anyone trying to delineate between the two are morons, in my opinion. All right, let me see here. What was it? You're conflating the real life person for the characters portraying. If you've been following the WWE product closely, you'll know they have been planning out long-term stories. This is the plan. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. I followed pro wrestling again for 40 plus years, brother man. I know when there's a long plan, and I know where there isn't a long plan, and I know when they fuck up, because they did have a long plan. The long plan was The Rock was going to come out and get all this love, and nobody was going to care that Cody got pushed aside. Well, people did care, and now they're 100% against the whole situation, and they made themselves known. There's no fucking plan here that they've like mapped out. There's no Mensa people going, you know what would be really smart? No, they fucked up. They tried to pivot, and the pivot was awkwardly horrible today. And no one came out of this looking good except for CM Punk. No one. So yeah, there's no fucking long game. This is no long fucking game. There's no long game when they're having to figure it out every day. There's no long game when they're having to improvise and figure it out and go, oh, fuck, what do we do now? What's next? There's no long game if you're constantly asking, what do we do next? A long game is when you have everything planned out and only have an occasional misstep. So you troubleshoot the misstep. No, there's no long game here. This is very clearly terrible, man. So, yeah, The Rock, I guess, is in the bloodline now by default. So yeah, great, fine. Well, then who's in charge of the bloodline? The Rock ain't playing second fiddle. Let me introduce you to Farouk from the Nation of Domination. He'll tell you straight up that The Rock doesn't like playing second fiddle to any leader of any faction that he's in. So, he's not going to let Roman take the reins and all, so to speak, in all this situation. So hilarious. Yeah, absolutely. The Kev Call Media, absolutely. The worst thing about tonight was how they completely buried Rollins in his match. 100% Call Media. I was going back and forth with Christian about this, and I said that this Rollins was essentially a glorified prop on that stage for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. That's nonsense. That's such a disrespect and an insult to a guy who once again has been a workhorse for your company for quite some time over the last few years, overcoming injury just like Cody did, and he was turned into a prop so The Rock and Roman could do their thing and talk about an IUE family, which I totally respect and love, but it's just man, it just is not good. So all right, let me hit some of these Streamlabs super chats. People have been sending. I'm surprised there's so many people joining me, but I appreciate you guys are awesome. Let's see here. Okay, Mr. Penguin says WrestleMania had one of the hypest cards in recent memory, and in less than a month they have destroyed it. They have destroyed my hype. LOL. Yeah, Mr. Penguin. Bayley wasn't even there. Bayley won the Women's Royal Rumble, and they could not find 5 minutes for Bayley to come out and talk about how she's going to challenge Io Sky and talk about her credentials, talk about all she's gone through. No, Bianca is there, and Bianca, we don't even know if Bianca's a WrestleMania match. We know that Bayley has a WrestleMania match, so it's so strange, and people say, well, they brought Bianca out because she's going to face Rhea. Is she? Because Becky came out and essentially seemed like she was going to face Rhea if she gets that, if she wins the Elimination Chamber. So yeah, a lot of confusion. Maybe it'd be a triple threat with the 3 women. Maybe. Michael Nipp says, could Triple H insert himself in the match now? Well, in essence, they put Triple H in the match, not to wrestle, not with his heart condition. No way he's doing that. But certainly having The Rock and Roman confront him, and The Rock say some pretty hard cuss words to Triple H. And we know in years past, there's legitimately been bad blood between Paul Levesque and Dwayne Johnson. Could be interesting to see how this all plays out. And please stop telling me that's part of the long game. That's not part of the long game. So we'll see how this all works its way out. NLSFC 96 says, love you, Rocha, but loving this, it makes the match so much more huge. How does this make the match huge? This doesn't make the match huge at all. This makes the match almost a forgotten thing in the whole mix of it all. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a WrestleMania match between Cody and Roman. Man, this is bad. This stains the match more than anything else. And as we saw, someone who just responded earlier saying that they lost the interest in it. So NLF FC96 also says, if Rock was never involved, the crossover audience would not care. Rock is doing what he can and think put more eyes on the main event. That's bullshit. The crossover audience cared about it last year when it was Roman versus Cody. It was huge. The numbers were massive for WrestleMania last year. So no, that's a bullshit narrative that Rock fans are trying to tell you. Nobody gave a shit about WWE. It's such a small thing, and nobody gave a fuck. Netflix just shelled out $5 billion, okay? $5 billion. If nobody gave a fuck about the WWE or didn't have crossover appeal, they wouldn't have shelled out $5 billion over 10 years to put Raw on Netflix. Come on. You don't need The Rock, who right now, you guys might be mad at me for saying this, you don't need The Rock, who has a failing movie career, to come over and try to get mainstream eyes on the WWE product. The WWE product has never been bigger than it is right now. So they don't need The Rock to come over and bring crossover entertainment, crossover eyes. People are aware of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, for God's sakes. So yeah. Let's see here. What's the next one? Sorry, I'm going to take that down. Zach Woolley, triple threat, John. Oh, what's going on here? For some reason, it's not letting me click on things and take them down. Am I off? Am I blocked here right now? Okay, there we go. All right, triple threat, John. No, I don't think they do a triple threat. Would it be a fatal four-way? Could it be a fatal four-way? I don't know. I think we're setting up a tag match with Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody, maybe at Elimination Chamber. I don't know what their plans are for Elimination Chamber. Please enlighten me if any match has been scheduled for the four of them at Elimination Chamber. But this seems like that's what they're setting up here with The Rock and Seth and Cody and Roman. So maybe that's what you're getting. Jorge Iniesta says Cody versus Roman official from Triple H. We get multiple matches for Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and next year. I didn't see that, Jorge. Where do you see that? Put that, if there's a link, put it in the chat and I will take a look at it. If it's official, why are they mapping out a 3-match situation between Cody versus Roman? What does that mean? Cody wins first, then Roman wins second, then Cody wins again? No. What needs to happen is Cody wins once and for all. Roman maybe fights The Rock and loses head of the table and then goes away. Or the bloodline turns on Roman because he lost to Cody, representing the family, embarrassing the family, and Roman is a king without a kingdom, wandering the desert for months and months away from pro wrestling, comes back as a face to help Cody and what have you in a situation with maybe someone from the bloodline like Jay or Jimmy or even Solo. And you see that Roman has changed and he's grown and he's a different person now. So that's the way. A 3-match situation with Cody and Roman is lame as fuck, in my opinion. That's not a long game. Clone 4 says Rock joining so he can take down Roman by Cody winning. What? Rock joining the bloodline so he can take down Roman? No, because then that undercuts Cody's victory. Cody didn't need anyone's help to beat Roman. Cody was ready to beat Roman. Now you're trying to find a place about where to fit The Rock. Where am I going to fit The Rock? Where do I fit The Rock? And it's not going to work. It doesn't work. Wherever you put The Rock, it undercuts Cody's victory. If he beats him at WrestleMania, beats Roman at WrestleMania, it completely undercuts Cody's victory wherever you put The Rock. So, yeah, that makes no sense to me, brother, man. Hollywood E-Rock says Bloodline leaving Mania with all the belts. Rock takes Seth's title. Roman retains. Nia beating Rhea. No way. Rocha, I can't believe you don't see the vision. Yeah, there's no vision there where a boring faction that has lost all its juice pretty much, it walks out of WrestleMania with all the belts. Judgment Day is the premier faction in the WWE right now. Anyone else telling you differently is out of their fucking minds. Nobody cares about Jay. Nobody cares about Jimmy and Solo and all. Nobody cares, man. When Cody beat Roman, who knew that the after effects and the consequences of that? When Roman beat Cody, who knew that the after effects of all of this was going to absolutely take the floor out from under the bloodline? It is the Judgment Day that is the premier faction in the WWE right now. Rhea Ripley, Dominic gets more of a boo pop than any of the bloodline get in a cheering pop. That's the reaction that you get here. And Damian Priest is coming on, Senior Money in the Bank, and also Finn Balor, who has been always great. The R-Truth stuff is fucking brilliant. They took the Sami Zayn blueprint, which of course other people had done in the past in different situations for years, and R-Truth has improved upon it in ways that I would have never conceived of. I'm watching R-Truth every week is like watching one of the most brilliant black box performers doing a one-man show every week that just blows your mind and becomes legend. So it is Judgment Day who people are talking about. People are tired of the bloodline. They're tired of the bloodline. Just like what you sensed here today. They're kind of tired of The Rock too. So, and remember, The Rock has always had an interesting relationship with the fans, right? They booed him and he became The Rock, and then people loved him. And then, they booed him when he went to Hollywood. So he became Hollywood Rock. And Then he came back with Cena, and Cena cooked him in those promos. Look, they cooked each other, to be fair, back and forth, but kind of beat him in the promos in the long run. Didn't get the victory initially, but then got the victory the second time around. And so here comes The Rock again. And so he's always had a very tenuous relationship with the fans. Yes, they cheered him. Yes, they go crazy in arenas, what have you. But there's always been a strong contingent of fans who have not liked The Rock, and have let him know about it. So this kind of exploded that all over again for people's reactions. So yeah, it's a shame. Peter Steek says, my theory is Rock turned down WWE last year, and after all his failures has now come back. They lost it last year, man. Yeah, that's what I think too. Look, as I said, The Rock is not doing well in the movies. He's not doing, the TV shows canceled. The XFL had to merge with another league just to stay alive. And look, I think, as I said, I love The Rock. I champion him. I support him. I read his biography. I'm a big fan of this guy, and I always want him to succeed because he's such a positive, good energy. He's helping people all the time, helping his family all the time. He's very gracious. There's all of that. But in this situation, it has not turned out well for him. And he's on a bit of a downturn right now. And when the energy is down, man, you've got to find a way to turn it around. And leaning into the negative energy by, following your ego even more isn't the smartest move. And yes, I think he came to the WWE to try to salvage himself. And I think he should have started out small, maybe playing the referee, maybe him and Roman get into it, and then him and Roman can have a match at SummerSlam. But coming in right off the bat to take another hardworking wrestler spot, that's just bad news, man, because Cody is a blue-collar guy. Cody is the son of a plumber, man. The legacy is there. This is a blue-collar dude, and the WWE fans are full of blue-collar people who spend their last dime or spend their close to last dime to go to these events with their children, to pass on their love of pro wrestling to their kids. I grew up in the South. I went to see it multiple times with my dad. Other people, I went with other people's families as well to go see it and saw the way that was being passed down. That's the way wrestling works. So when you see someone fly in who's going to take your job from you, it's bad. And so this is where it comes to, I saw people trying to say that this is hard. This is Cody's hard times. Nonsense. That was a long-term plan. This is not a long-term plan. Hard times with the Horsemen and Dusty, that was a long-term plan. This is not a long-term plan. This is, let's make it up on the fly and claim that it's long-term, and it's coming through clearly every single time. So, I got a Streamlab here from someone. Sorry, I don't see. Oh, Billy Atwood said, as a consistent watcher of WWE, I hope Cody wins. He's been the thing that's kept me the most interested, to be honest. Yeah, there you go, man. I agree with you, Billy. Yes, absolutely. I hope he wins eventually too, but this stuff just taints it all, to be honest with you. And at the end of the day, I don't know where they go with this. Jorge says, just quoted you from Triple H's tweet. Okay, I will go on Twitter and take a look at this, Jorge. Thank you for quote tweeting me on this. I don't see it, but maybe here we go. Okay, I'm just refreshing it right now. Okay, decision made. Cody Rhodes gets the chance to finish the story when he challenges Roman in the main event. All right, but you said, Jorge, I'm going to bring up your super chat, or your super chat, because that's not what you said. You said it's official. We getting multiple matches for Elimination Chamber WrestleMania next year. That is not here in this tweet. All he says is Cody Rhodes gets the chance to finish his story there. So yeah, that's what you're seeing there. But there's no talk about Elimination Chamber. There's no other tweet on this thread where he's saying they're also going to fight at WrestleMania next year. So yeah, we knew it was official that they're going to fight, but it's just kind of clumsy and ham-handed how they did it, man. Bruce says, believe me, The Rock will be all right. Oh, sure. But Bruce, let me tell you something about people in the world of performance, creatives, people who are out there putting themselves on the line in public, on films and TV shows and in appearances in pro wrestling. They want to be liked. There is no one who gets into this business of performance who is totally mentally stable and has no issues being unliked or disliked, rather. Everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants the right reaction, I guess is what I mean to say. And by that, I mean, like, if people like to boo you or like to cheer you, that's what you want. You want that reaction. And yes, he'll be fine, but there's no way this doesn't bother him. There's no way this doesn't affect him. And you could tell on the stage that he was clumsy, he was awkward, he wasn't quite reacting to things in the way, like the fact that he said to the press, I want to welcome the press. That shows you that he was upset that the fans cut him off as he was trying. He thought he would get all this stuff and then, like he could say to the press, and I want to welcome the press and all this kind of stuff. No, he tried to play to the press and the global press around the world because he knows where his bread is buttered, but he sensed that that was getting shook a little bit and that people might write negative things about him from this press conference. So he immediately played to the press. That showed you a nervous guy. Yeah, Jorge saying, I meant that might be. Oh, yeah, we'll say that, Jorge, because that's not what you said in your tweet. You made it seem like it was definite. So, yeah, so we'll see. I don't know if there's anything more to say. I should probably call it a day, hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, so at the end of the day, this was a bad press conference, really not full of much fireworks at all. They promised this big press conference, and it was absolute dud of a press conference, a wet fart of a press conference, and at the end, just a very, what can I say? Awkward, terrible, confusing, just slamming into themselves, and nothing got really resolved at the end other than Cody took his chance back and is now facing Roman, which just is ridiculous on so many levels. Zach says, tell me The Rock shook by the booze. Tell me The Rock shook by the booze. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all, brother. So I don't know anything about The Rock and booze or whatever you're referencing. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, he looked a bit unsettled. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are, especially those of you who are watching later. What are your thoughts about everything? Was I wrong? Do you think there's still a long game involved here? Give a like to the video, and thank you for Late to the Party for joining me. Thank you to them. Everyone be sure to like this video. Yes, please. I'd love to one day hit the heights of Late to the Party has hit with 100,000 subscribers. So please make sure you like, plus 100,000 plus subscribers. Please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe. As I said, leave comments down below of your thoughts on all of this. Sometimes I'll read and respond to your comments. I appreciate, especially those of you who love WWE as much as I do, or pro wrestling as much as I do. I appreciate y'all's thoughts and perspectives on all this kind of stuff. So let me know what you thought about the whole press conference and what you think we're going to next here at WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber and SummerSlam down the road. Let me know. Love you guys madly. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for joining me. It's always humbling to know so many people want to see me talk about this stuff live. So I appreciate you all madly from the bottom of my heart. And do yourselves a favor. Go enjoy the rest of your night or the rest of your day, depending on when you're watching me, and have a great rest of your weekend. And don't forget, tomorrow, I'm going to build the show here in just a second. We'll be going live with the Geek Buddies at 4 p.m. PT tomorrow. Me and Mike Vogel, Shannon McClung might be flying in on time from his honeymoon to join us live, but it's going to be a TBD situation with Shannon. And me and Jeff are supposedly going to try to do a hot mic tomorrow, or maybe we'll do it on Saturday, but look for that happening here on the channel as well. And of course, on April 6th and 7th, I will absolutely do a watch along of the WrestleMania night, take a half-hour break, and then do a breakdown of all the matches live as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of days on WrestleMania weekend for me for sure. But all right, that's everything. Until then, you guys are awesome. Love you madly. Take care of yourselves. Be well, and I'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of Strong Stuff.